Hi, guys.
Hi, we're back.
Thanks for being patient.
Yeah, we just got in last night from a 2-week trip in Europe, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, we had a wonderful time. We went to, 5 countries? We went to Istanbul, over to Amsterdam,
Brussels, Bruges, Luxembourg, and Paris.
Yeah.
It was pretty sweet, but I'm happy to be home. We've got our live show back. And speaking of our live show, did I mention it's brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform for creating a fast and easy website or portfolio. And if you want to try it out, go to squarespace.com/Tony and use the coupon code
Portfolio. No. Photo Live.
No.
Guys, we went through 4 countries yesterday, and we're currently 7 hours jet lagged. So I sympathize with all our European viewers because our bodies right now think it's like after midnight already. Anyway, point is we're a little bit brain dead, so we're going to be a little spacey today.
I don't care. Brain dead is my favorite state.
Well, the topic I wanted to bring up for discussion is what's the best place in the world you've been for taking pictures? And just to eliminate patriotism, I'm going to say not where you live. Because you know Eric's going to be like, Sweden is the best place.
Sweden is nice, but we're not going to
But you have
allow
a personal bias, so tell us someplace you've been that you think is the absolute most gorgeous place to be. What do you think, Chelsea? Where's the best place? If you had to get a picture for the Live or Die contest, where would you go to take that picture?
Crossed on a cracker. You can't just spring that question
That's
on
a
me.
good one.
I think that I got some really awesome pictures in Berlin. That was fun.
Yeah, Berlin is fantastic.
And we went to Rotterdam to this like windmill field, and it was gorgeous. I think it was called Kinderdijk. I don't know how to say these words, but it was really beautiful. And if I could have had more time there at like sunrise or sunset, it would have been perfect.
I wish we could have controlled the lighting a little bit better.
What about you?
I'm going to have to say Paris, I think, is the most just photogenic place I've ever been. There's just a million opportunities in Paris. It's just a stunning city. Most European cities don't have a proper skyline like, say, New York City does, but Paris, because of that Eiffel Tower, has just a notable skyline. There's focal points everywhere.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful city.
Yeah, those are some good ones. I'd like to see.
So write in the comments what your own thoughts are, and we'll take a look at those. Also, we'll be reviewing some pictures and portfolios. So if you want to send those in, go to sdp.io/link. We have a few saved from last time that we didn't get to. So we could take a look at one of those now if you'd like.
I do.
Okay, and you have a mouse there.
Yes.
So don't feel like I'm blocking you out.
Okay. I got like, I think I got a cold from the Turkish Mr. Bean.
You want to tell your Turkish Mr. Bean story real quick?
I got on a plane in Turkey, and right away I started to sit down, and the guy was like, he didn't speak any English, but he was like, "You're wrong," like just pantomiming to me. He was like, "Get to the back of the plane." And
I'm just trying to sit down.
I was like, "What is happening? I'm just trying to sit here." I thought maybe I was sitting in his family seats. No, he was just like, "You to the back," and then he was like, "Sorry," just a gesture. He was like,
Yeah.
"Not my problem. Sorry."
No talking, just miming.
Just all miming. He's just like, "Screw yourself. Get back there." So I know the only way to settle it with a person that doesn't speak my language is to ask the flight attendant. So I'm like, "Excuse me, am I in the right seat?" And she's like, "Yes." And he's like, "Oh, yeah." He's like pointing me. I thought that it was wrong. Oops, sorry. And he's like telling me the whole time he's pantomiming. He's like, "See my watch? Setting it back an hour." Like telling me to set my watch back. I'm like, I know. And then we're in like one of the seats, so that a seat in front of you, and he points to it and he's like, "No tray." He's like all upset, and I'm like, "It's in your seat." And I show him, and he's like, "Oh." It was just like being with Mr. Bean. He was like trying to touch my food while I was eating. We had a menu, and it was in Turkish and in English, and he was pointing to the Turkish part, and he was like, "Bak bak, bak bak is good, bak bak." And I was like, it says chicken. I can read chicken.
I like that he was telling you, this is a good choice. chicken.
I got it.
People from other countries are, chicken, you say? That's an exotic Turkish dish, I guess.
Well, I listened to him.
That seems too crazy for me.
Chicken, bok bok? We don't have chicken. But then he was like hacking up a storm like I am now, and then touching my food tray and stuff, and like giving me his butter. He was like pointing to the butter, and he was like, ugh, I don't need it. He was giving me, which was like sweet, but also disgusting, because he was like, ah, and then handing me stuff. And he wouldn't, and then he couldn't work his TV, so I was like getting his little TV working, and he was upset, so he turned it off, and he was like, see that? It's done. And the whole time he was doing this to me.
Yeah, I love Turkish Mr. Bean, mostly because he was sitting next to you, and I got to just watch you two interacting the whole time.
The whole time. He was so much like Mr. Bean.
I've ever seen.
Oh my God, it was incredible, but also, I don't know. I don't recommend it.
Yeah,
right.
I think it was Mr. Bean's first time on a plane.
I think it was.
And it was about our 135th time on a plane, so we didn't have the
so
same wonder and
excited.
amazement over setting your clock back an hour. That we did.
He was adorable. He was the most adorable, annoying man I've ever met. All right, let's go.
I just wanted to, I quickly glanced at the comments, and before, I guess we could say that it doesn't count where you live because Erky would say Sweden. Erky wrote Sweden, of course.
Yeah, but then the guy under him said my backyard, so you were like, you really knew what was going to happen on that one.
Yeah, but then nobody else. Come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
Let's look at a portfolio. Single step photography. What do you know? Happens to be hosted on Squarespace, our sponsor, and the best way to get a website. You can go to sdp.io. No, you can go to squarespace.com/Tony.
Oh, you're going to make Yannick mad.
Single step photography from Barrie, Canada. Mitchell Gleason. So right away, he's got his contact information. I like the text overlaid on the full screen picture. That looks nice.
Yeah, this looks pro.
All right. Well, this
Whoa.
is perfect because he's a traveler
He's
too, and
been
we were
everywhere.
just in Belgium and the Netherlands.
He probably got better pictures than us because we were just partying the whole time.
Yeah, I'll say we didn't get the best pictures of Amsterdam because we just
Had so much fun.
really enjoyed the
We were
town. We
just,
went there
like-
to take pictures.
Riding bikes and gawking at hookers. We partied.
Okay, I'll say that this is loading slow because of my internet connection, which is being used up pretty hardcore right now.
What about, like, doesn't it make you kind of mad that they have such better internet in Europe? Like, why? Why is this happening to us? No? Nobody cares? Not even in this room. Nobody cares.
I'm sorry, I was preoccupied with technical issues, but so here are a bunch of awards that they've won. Let's see if we can look at this picture. That's a nice picture, all right. I love the color of the globes, the lights. Sorry, I'm getting broken links because of my internet connection.
Okay, I'm gonna drink your drink while you do that.
Okay, I'm having an Irish coffee today.
Oh, this has got booze? I was just having
Yeah,
coffee.
because, right, well, we both need coffee even though it's 5 o'clock here.
I'm like shaking.
Because it's like our bodies think it's midnight.
Okay, so everything's broken?
Yeah, my computer is browsing painfully slow.
Oh my God, this is like dial-up.
Okay,
You guys need to fire your internet guy. That's what we hear every time something goes wrong. They want us to just fire somebody. Like we have this huge staff. And we just, goodbye.
talk for
Hope
a
your
minute,
kids
Chels.
don't like eating.
While I fix this.
I just have to sit here. Oh, I'll tell you guys about the bargain hookers in Amsterdam because that was like my favorite part.
Yeah,
There's,
how do you
like,
get a
all
bargain
these-
hooker?
Well, there's the main street and there's like sexy hookers that don't even care about you. They're just smoking and talking to each other. They're like, I don't know, get me if you want. I got better stuff to do. They're like so hot you can't even believe they're hookers. You're like, why are you doing this? You could, I don't know, probably make a lot of money. Anyway, then you go off the beaten path a little bit and there's like just less attractive hookers, but they're working it. They're like, oh yeah. They're like wearing clothes you can't even consider them clothes anymore. It's just like, I don't even know. Seriously, like Barbie dolls' clothes have more fabric, and they're just like showing it all and like dancing and trying to get you in. I bet they're like half the price. They just like are a bargain, I can tell. You guys love it. You should go. You guys should go. What? What?
I like just gawking at hookers is a good reason to visit Amsterdam.
No,
It's a beautiful Dutch city.
I saw this guy, like he went up to like the worst looking hooker in the city. It had to be, and she was working it hard. I really admired her, and I would have picked her too because the other people were completely indifferent.
Just A for effort.
And he got all the way to the door, and she opened the door for him to come inside, and he was gonna go. And then I yelled out as I rode by my bike, "Temptation!" And then he didn't go in. He was like, "She's right. She's right. Don't be blinded."
Great. And now her kid doesn't get to eat. Good work, Chelsea. Okay, so I see while we're waiting, some people have suggested some things.
What'd they say?
Sanj Sarif likes Thailand, which I've seen pictures of. It does look beautiful. I haven't been there though. New Hampshire in the fall is beautiful. That is true, especially throughout the White Mountains.
Yeah.
They're absolutely fantastic. Though it's so hard to go leaf peeping as a tourist
Yeah.
because you don't know exactly when it's going to peak. Like they'll try to predict it, but then you get a windstorm and all the trees lose their leaves. Because we've tried to go leaf peeping like 4 times.
That did happen to us. They got a storm and
yeah, it
knocked
seems
down
like
all
we
the
strike
foliage.
out every single time. You just can't find the right day. So that's a risky proposition. Bill Peppa's listed every place in the world.
Bill.
You gotta narrow it down.
He loves the world. Namibia. We should go there. We told
Turkey
Erky that
likes-
he couldn't do Sweden, and so he said Scandinavia. It all looks like Sweden. God damn it, Erky.
He also says that he likes the Great Wall. Yeah, Philip Vignola likes China and India. Oh my God, Rob likes Glacier National Park in Montana.
We're going there in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's our next trip. So I hope it turns out well. I hope we get good weather. Landscapes are so hard. I was in Dalian.
Puerto
I
Rico.
don't know where Dalian is.
Woo-hoo. Oh, that's Bill Peppa's. Bill Peppa's, where haven't you been?
Yeah, Bill Peppers likes Puerto Rico. Bill, he's listing a lot of places too.
Bill's the man.
Puerto Rico, best place in the world for photography though?
No.
I wouldn't. I like Puerto Rico a lot, but they don't have like the most beautiful beaches or they have mountains, but I don't know.
It is beautiful there, but
No, I will say San Juan in Puerto Rico
Oh,
is
yeah,
one
yeah.
of the
That's
most
beautiful
beautiful
cities.
photogenic cities
Yeah,
I've
it's
ever
beautiful
been.
there.
It really, it's right up there with Paris actually. It's smaller, but just beautiful. Another person says Glacier National Park.
wow.
I'm glad we decided to spend some extra time there. Iceland. Really?
Well,
Iceland, because Iceland's so easy to get to.
Really?
Yeah, they actually have a lot of direct flights from our area. And
Really?
They're doing like a hard tourism push, so everything's kind of cheap
Let's
to get
go.
there. Yeah, I didn't know it would be so beautiful because we flew over it and it looked awful.
Well, we were near the airport. I mean, no place looks good by the airport because we just had a layover.
I guess so.
It looks
Yeah. Like you can pretty much see all of Iceland.
no.
Because it's so flat.
Tony, come on, don't be crazy.
I'll go to Iceland. Big Sur, California. I haven't been there either. Greece, we almost went to Greece and just didn't.
We just didn't have enough time.
Yeah. Santorini, that was another place that just got cut from our trip because we just didn't have enough time in the schedule. And the Parthenon, that surprises me. Parthenon and Mount Olympus, because it seems like they'd be covered in tourists.
I'm just laughing because these guys are saying that the Turkish Mr. Bean was hitting on me, but this guy was like 80.
Well, Chelsea, okay, I have to explain something to all women out there.
There's no women watching, so.
Guys don't know that they're 80. No guy thinks, when guys get older and they're 80, they don't think, I like 80-year-old women. You know what's hot? 80-year-old women are really hot. No, we would still think you were hot at 80.
So he was like, that's how he picks up the ladies. He sets back
I do
his
not
watch.
think he was hitting on you as a witness.
I don't.
I'm just saying you can't exclude it because of his age.
Why are
80-year-old guys will go after.
men delusional? I guess that's my next question.
Testosterone. One word answer.
Oh, I need some of that.
Yosemite Valley, Big
That'd
Sur
be
again.
nice.
Austria is fantastic.
Austria
for
is so
photography.
beautiful.
It really is. If you're into that kind of classic landscapes.
Yeah.
If you're talking about Austria, yeah, I'd mention the whole like Swiss Alps.
Yeah.
Are just
Switzerland was beautiful. We got
Yeah.
great pictures there.
So this is the 24 to 105 lens cup that I filled with my Irish coffee.
Can I have some more?
Yeah. And Riffing Butler just wants to suggest that cannabis improves his photography. I guess he's bringing that up because
We were in Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. I hear there's cannabis in Amsterdam.
I don't think so.
That
That's
would
Bruges.
Probably be illegal. Oh, Bruges. Yeah.
No, I'm saying that looks like Bruges.
Oh yeah, but don't guess locations. People get so mad. But you're right. This is Belgium.
Don't guess locations. I was just there.
So this is a good number of pictures. I like the combination. I remember these roof lines
Because
which
you called them
were very
Lego
distinct.
buildings.
Yeah,
And I was
they're-
like,
well, that's what they call them.
someone's been studying architecture.
They're actually using a lot of the same techniques that I just use in Bruges, like putting the sun here and isolating these. It's so crowded with tourists that you kind of have to like lean your camera back. And
It's just, yeah.
I mean, we were there on a Saturday, and it was a beautiful Saturday, and there were so many tourists there.
Yeah. It gets a little crazy. But it's really beautiful there.
And that's another thing we complained about is the cranes. I would say go ahead and just Photoshop them out.
I'd
right?
get them out.
Yeah, because they're temporary. You know, I like this. They work the sun a lot too. I use
They
the
work
sun
the
so
sun.
much. A lot of people are actually afraid to point their cameras at the sun. They say things like, "Well, it damaged my sensor." I've never had any problems.
People say that?
Where do you want to go
Quite
next?
a bit.
They do? People are cray cray. Let's go to, oh my gosh, let's go to Kenya.
Yeah, we've not been there.
This is an exciting.
Well, these are spectacular pictures.
Yeah, you know, I love the way he set it up with the different countries. That actually really inspires me. I think I'm going to take that idea.
Well,
It makes me feel
does
like
it? 'Cause
I'm
we
on
would
an
usually
adventure.
say that that's too many categories.
Yeah, but not if you're listing countries. Then it's like a collection.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
I'll allow it. We need to move on. We've been spending a lot of time here. Let's go to another category. We're just having fun, so that's a good sign.
You know, I see his portfolio is you have to go to photography and then go down. I'd like
Oh.
to see the portfolio front and center.
Yeah, portfolio should just have its own category.
All right, so these are what you consider to be your best pictures.
You know what I don't like about this though? All
What's
the
that?
different, there's a lot of pictures and there are a lot of different sizes and they're kind of fighting with one another. And some of the most beautiful pictures just don't have a good place in the portfolio. Like that one of the Eiffel Tower in the fog. That's really beautiful. That should be more prominent, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then there's like lily pads right up next to it. I think that just this part could be organized a little better. But I have no problem with the pictures. They're all beautiful.
Yeah, Squarespace gives him many different options for layouts. But if
Yeah.
you're going to choose a layout that shows thumbnails in this way, then you want to be really conscious of the thumbnails that you choose, because otherwise people just
Yeah.
won't dig in any deeper. And so a lot of these are great pictures, I can tell, but they wouldn't
is so
catch your eye from
small.
a thumbnail. That is a great thumbnail, brightly colored, prominent
Yeah.
subjects, no distractions, and it holds up well. But as a thumbnail, I'd put that one up high.
He's got a great eye for composition.
He really does. Now, see, I didn't think that last picture.
No?
This
didn't,
doesn't make a good thumbnail.
No.
I like the picture. I like the negative space. This doesn't make a good thumbnail either, but it's a
Oh,
good
I love
picture.
this picture.
I do. And now this one is also really excellent. So there are just these struggles that you deal with portfolios, and one of them is he's got this 3-column layout.
Yeah.
And it's fixed width and variable height.
Yeah.
So the vertical pictures show up really big.
Yeah.
And the horizontal pictures show up tiny. So
But he could just arrange them in a way. Couldn't he just put all of the vertical ones at the bottom or something so that they're together?
Yeah, so there are things you could do with the arrangement. You might even reconsider the arrangement. I think this makes a great thumbnail, and it's a stunning picture. I love the composition on it, but it's not that prominent. So I guess those are things to consider. You might even just consider a different layout for the thumbnails, or go right to a full screen that lets you just browse the pictures, if you want to put in pictures that just require the extra space. So one thing to be aware of is these last couple of, like, you have the new photography option here. I don't know why I keep saying that.
What's this person's name?
Oh, about me. Oh, Michael Gleason. Great portrait of himself there. I love that it shows him in the context with his camera.
Yeah, that's
and an
cool.
Awesome scene. And he's got his phone number, email address, picture of himself.
Yeah.
It's a good contact page. He's got a store set up that's built in with every Squarespace portfolio, the ability to sell stuff.
Yeah, his store
You get
looks
more
great.
items if you upgrade yourself a little bit. So, great work. Let me see if Michael had a quote. What do you say about it? Oh, Mitchell Gleason. I'm sorry. He said, "From day one, I love Squarespace and particularly their user interface. They make it amazingly easy to manage my site and upload new photos. Not only that, but they make my photos look even better with their great designs and page layouts. And they make it easy for customers to buy either digital or printed copies of my photography."
Yeah,
Mitchell liked it.
Yeah, I liked it for the same reasons. It's like an ugly layout can ruin your pictures because people are distracted by an ugly layout. So
Yeah.
gonna have to agree with Mitchell on that one. What are people saying? I love to hear from the peanut gallery. Sometimes they go crazy.
Yeah, I was just checking to see if anybody had any other suggestions. The best place is where I'm going next, New York City. I don't know if Darlene has been to
New York City
if she's speculating.
is great.
Yeah, New York City has the best skylines in the world, I think.
Yeah.
The street photography there is amazing. You won't get the same types of pictures that you will in Austria because it's a new city, but yeah, it has unlimited opportunity. We talk a lot about spending like a summer there just to really absorb.
If we could ever find an apartment, we would do that.
Yeah. Porto in Portugal. I've never been to
I'd love to go to Portugal.
Yeah, there are just so many places in the world.
There's so many places in the world. How can we get to all of them?
The Finger Lakes region in upstate New York, yeah. Upstate New York is pretty gorgeous. I was born in Binghamton. I spent a lot of time in upstate New York.
Born in Binghamton. Sounds like a country song. What? Let's find another portfolio. That was fun.
Okay, we'll do another portfolio.
I had fun.
Having fun is important. Here's Kieran Ross Photography, and jump in the comments with your own thoughts on the portfolios. Anything you can think they could do better, suggestions for them. No, you can just verbalize because we have a microphone on you. But other people can write comments to each other and discuss. That's the whole point of the live format.
I'm so tired.
Is people can discuss things.
I need a sandwich.
Clearly, you need more Irish coffee.
This dude has the same layout as me. This was my thing. This is the first thing I noticed, and I had a problem with this layout. There's like 3 pictures, and then three pictures, and then 1. I feel like maybe I have OCD, but I feel like it has to be even. Like make 2 more categories or get rid of the 1, consolidate 1, right?
That didn't bother me.
Really?
But that's why we have multiple people here, to get some extra feedback.
That bugs me. It just looks like incomplete. Like it looks like there was a layout. It's not seamless. I don't know. I'm right. I know I'm right.
These 2 are almost the same. So you want to be sure to eliminate any sort of redundancy in your portfolio, especially within a group. I'll say you can go to sdp.io/checklist, and we have a portfolio checklist there. And among other things, it'll tell you to be sure to not put pictures that are too similar in a category.
Yeah.
Save you a little trouble before you submit it for
Clematis.
review.
I love those flowers.
Yeah, flowers are such a challenging topic. These are actually all really good flower photos. Usually I end up telling people to get closer, but they went ahead and filled the frame.
You did it.
You did those right. Let's check out experiments. All right, we have that
Zoom
crazy
Christmas
Zoom Christmas tree. Yeah, we have steel wool going. That's a very cool shot right here.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. You're cool. Let's go to animals. Oh my gosh, that dog's face. Go up again. I need to see it.
This guy.
Oh my gosh, I want to Photoshop a beret on him. I don't know why. I think it would work.
That's not even the right region.
What do you mean?
Is that not a Chihuahua?
Yeah, it's a Chihuahua, but what are you, racist? He can't go to Paris?
I don't know what that has to do with race. Well, okay. Now, see, you broke out the race card.
Yeah,
And what
it
am I gonna
always
do
wins.
there?
That's why people break it out.
I'm just saying, I think a sombrero would work equally well.
A sombrero? That's racist as well.
Chihuahua is a city in Mexico.
It's also a cheese in France.
I think you're making that up. You can't just make up stuff.
I do. It works.
What is this category
don't
of
know.
subjects?
No, that's a frivolous category. I think that's the one to go.
I'm feeling like his best bet would be, instead of having these 10 different or 7 different categories, would be to take his best pictures from each and make one prominent category. And then if he wants to allow people to dive a little deeper, maybe make a sub-menu. But I'd like to just see his best work, because this is a lot for the average viewer to go through, don't you think?
I don't know.
Kieran, I'd like to see a
19?
picture of you here.
How are you so cool and you're 19? Doesn't seem fair. I wasn't cool when I was 19.
Well, good work. Let's see if Kieran said
We got to see a
anything about it.
picture.
He said, amazing interface, very simple to use, friendly customer service, and great design. So he had to actually involve their Care Bear layer,
Care Bear layer.
the customer service. That usually gets back to you within 24 hours, and they just do a fantastic job. They solved a couple of problems for me.
I totally hijacked your drink. I'm sorry. Let's see what the peanut gallery has to say. Maybe they're saying something cool and we're missing it.
Justin, do you have any comments from people?
It actually is kind of slow over here in the comments section that I have pulled up. This guy, and while you guys were gone, I heard this over and over again with the portfolio review and then again with the news, booze, and reviews.
What?
Deep Mead is saying, if you don't mind, you always look great without the cap. Can you remove the cap? Sorry if you don't mind. No offense.
We do mind.
I mean, I'll take the cap off, but then you have to see what my hair looks like today. And so this is the problem, is that my hair is pretty crazy, and that's why I sometimes wear a cap.
I'll fix it.
White hair is a pain in the ass. It goes everywhere. Like those of
fix
you who have normal human hair, you don't understand that your hair does this stuff.
I got it. No, I fixed it. I fixed it.
And this is what I look like every morning. This is what Chelsea has to see in the morning.
No, that's my favorite thing to see in the morning.
Yeah,
You look
so-
like a gerbil.
Unless the
You look like a
stars
guinea pig.
totally align, I have to just try to cover my hair up, and hence the hat. And I'll say that's a good look.
You look cool as shit. There, this is a compromise. You still wear your hat and they can see your face.
All right, now you're stuck with this. Thanks for asking. That's what you get. Say hats are a problem for me too, because my head is so freaking big.
Remember that guy that got mad at me for showing affection in our videos? He was like, oh, the Northrops. They're gonna like each other again. Like he was really mad that we were married. I don't know why. Sorry.
Look,
This is for him. Kiss you.
turning into a different type of webcast.
Uh-oh. Things are getting weird.
Giselle Dupree says she also had a Squarespace chat, and they were great, the support chat. Okay, I wanted to pull up the latest Velveeta pictures just because they're really funny.
Those scare
Were
me.
those on Facebook or?
Those were on Twitter,
Oh, Twitter. Okay.
and they were disturbing. And I don't
Yeah.
know how
So
to
those
feel.
of you who don't know, I'm pleased with it, but it is totally involuntary. Involuntary.
That was a cool way that you said that, though.
I am totally involuntarily the poster boy for Velveeta, but I like it. So I don't mean
You
to
like
imply
it?
that I don't like it.
They keep doing weird things with your body,
Yeah.
and
I don't know if you guys have seen this. That's I think only the head is our photo. Everything else, we don't blame us for the photoshopping.
I have no idea.
Just shredding this guitar music.
This one terrifies me.
I don't know, but I feel like the photoshopping is a little unrealistic. Playing baseball inside this warm autumn cardigan with pretty leaves behind me. What are you doing?
So weird.
And the ball is made of Velveeta.
I know. Well, that's delicious looking. So strange. Look at this one.
Thanks for noticing. The headband is mainly for fashion, but the wristbands help with stability.
Stability? I don't know.
Get into stock photography, people, if you have a sense of humor about
I
yourself.
have no idea.
Because this could happen.
This one is terrifying.
Depending on your personality, this is the best case scenario or the worst case scenario. I do not understand either. That is not... Oh, it's a reply to somebody, so I don't know what the context is. But that is not Skynet. Velveeta is Skynet. Man, it just keeps going.
Oh my gosh.
Here I've got a... What is it? I don't know. I guess it's a basketball made of Velveeta. Practice and staying hydrated are key. Yeah, of course,
then, of
we've
course,
seen
this
this
one.
one before. I don't mean to be too redundant. Holy cow. All right, let's take a look at some pictures.
That was so weird. Why do they keep making basketballs out of Velveeta? Like, what does basketball have to do with Velveeta?
What do I have to do with Velveeta?
I don't know.
Do eat more Velveeta, though. It's good for you.
It's not.
It's not good for you.
I have no idea what it's made out of.
So here we have a picture that's close up enough to be abstract. Neatly uses the rule of thirds.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That's cool.
I think if you had to take a picture of gold braids, this would be the best shot you could get. I like
actually
the
think that's
lighting on it.
thread. Like something knitted.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
All right, so nice shot.
Nice
I
shot.
like it. Oh,
I love that.
Using the shadows. I love that too. Like a perfect 90-degree angle. They must have controlled the lighting, right? And it looks like it's a very hard light, so it must be from a flash, and it's going to be from an unusual angle. Awesome. Nicely done, and great planning. Just great shot.
Very cool.
Yeah. Lazy Whiskas.
Where are the categories?
Oh, wait, that's not the picture they want us to review.
Oh, they have a specific picture?
Yeah, this isn't a portfolio. These are just different, unrelated pictures that people asked us
Wait,
to
but we're
review.
at Flickr now.
Yeah, that's because that's the link where he gave
Oh.
us. These are just different pictures.
Excuse me.
This is a sunken
Oh, this is the one we're
vessel of
reviewing.
some kind, yeah. Oh, hijacked. Wow.
Whoa, it was hijacked?
Yeah.
Oh my
Very cool shot. You know,
What?
the I would go back at a different time of day. This would make an awesome night shot or some fog, because the rotting ship, I think, establishes kind of a dark mood.
You think
to
you
it.
should go there at night? That's spooky.
Be safe, but I'm just saying the clear blue sky is a very happy thing, and you know, so maybe he's going for the juxtaposition.
Yeah.
If you wanted to help support the mood, go at night. Do some star trails here would be amazing. A deep fog would really help support the kind of spooky and rotted out mood.
You know what
I
I
want to see
think?
more of this chain in the foreground. 'cause
I
the
think
chain-
that the composition of this photo, there's so many nice things about this photo. I kind of hate that people submit photos and we just criticize them because it's so, but anyway, that's what we do. And this photo to me is very like stiff, and it's because it's very square and we don't see any of the surroundings. And I feel like if he like went 30 feet to the right and got the ship at a bit of an angle and showed it in context and showed more of the horizon, I think that it would be a better composition, because there's no space for the ship to move into. So it's like it feels so like, what's the word? Claustrophobic.
Yeah, it is crowded at the sides, at the right and left side. The space is much less than it is above or below it.
Because you look at the picture and it's like, boom. It's like all one big focal point and your eyes don't go anywhere. When you look at a picture, it's nice if there's a natural flow to where people's eyes look, which is hard when it's your own photo because you already have engaged with it on some level. So it's nice to get a second opinion because you can ask people what they see. And I look at this picture and I see, boom, the center of the ship, because it's a square composition. You followed the rule of thirds by putting the boat in the bottom horizon. And so my eyes have almost nowhere to go naturally. And if you were to offset it a little bit, then you could maybe make the focal point the front of the ship or some other part of the ship. And there would be some natural movement. Does that make sense? Am I explaining it in a way that makes sense?
It makes absolute sense. And in fact, this is a compositional technique that we use all the time. If you have a wide subject and you want it to be narrower in your frame, instead of looking at it perpendicular, you move to the side a little bit. Yeah. And it adds depth to your picture too, but it also changes the shape of the subject. It goes from being shaped like this to being shaped like this and getting narrower and narrower. You could shoot this head on and it would look like this.
Yeah, there
so
are times when this works. Like I've seen the same compositional technique with, I think it works really well with like a lion making eye contact, because you want to be locked into the eye contact, so you don't really want to be navigating the photo visually. You want to like, boom, lock in and it's intense. But with this one, there's no intensity. There's nothing alive in the picture.
Doing that to squeeze it left and right would also allow you to get closer and make it taller in the frame too, just filling more of the frame. So great suggestion. I want to throw a quick
What are you throwing?
Contest out there.
What are you throwing?
I will name the contest and then you will name the prize. So start thinking about it.
Okay.
How many gigabytes of files did we come back with from our 2 weeks in Europe?
Oh.
Take a guess. We're not doing Price is Right rules here because those are stupid. So the person closest to it, you can go over if you want, will win a prize that Chelsea is going to announce right now.
Cheese.
You're going to send them the block of Velveeta that Velveeta sent us?
Velveeta cheese.
I was thinking like a book or a DVD or something.
Cheese.
Tell you what, we'll let you choose.
We'll let them choose?
No, that's dangerous.
All right, we'll send them a DVD.
A DVD, okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you a clue. We went with a 5D Mark III, 2 GH4s, a GoPro, and we were shooting both photos and video.
And the Galaxy.
Right.
Yes.
I also shot with my Galaxy S5, and we had a couple of Zoom H1 audio recorders. They all had memory cards.
I don't actually know the answer to this question.
I do. So guess how many gigabytes of data, and the closest person gets a prize.
Cheese.
It's not cheese.
You said I can pick it. It's cheese.
All right, Chelsea says you win cheese. That means we can't technically ship them Velveeta.
Velveeta's too heavy. I need to find a light cheese.
A slice of cheese.
A slice of cheese.
So here we have a very cute kitten picture. I wish right away, I wish I had more eye contact. What are your thoughts?
Sure. I wish a lot of things. Yeah, eye contact would be nice. He's making a really cute little like, oh no you didn't.
Yeah, I kind of imagine that there's cute motion behind it, even though it's a still photo.
The first thing I noticed is that her foot was cut off for some reason.
Well, you're right, because it's cut off in an awkward place.
But they could save it by cropping the photo even more.
Yeah, so you can crop joints and stuff. You just have to be deliberate about it. You never want to crop right on an elbow or near it, but like, 1/3 of the way down.
Yeah,
is pretty
here,
safe.
You don't want to cut off fingertips. Usually, like here, thighs are okay.
It's a common mistake, but yeah, here you included like 98% of it.
But other than that, I love the pose, and the model looks like so natural. I think she looks good. Well,
yeah,
she's a little posy, but she looks good.
Yeah, the pose is really nice. I think the setting is really nice. The background is nice and clean. Otherwise, no technical issues. But I tell people all the time, like, before you take a picture, check all the edges of the frame.
You say that?
Because you always see yourself in the middle. You always concentrate all your effort on the middle of the frame. Just check the edges. And then after you take the picture, go through the edges of it. Because that's just where people make mistakes. Minor point, though. Great picture. Sun-kissed cloud. It needs something else because...
A llama.
It needs a llama.
Obama.
It's also the cloud itself, if that's the subject, is dead center. But I'll say my eyes hardly rested on the cloud. My eyes went right for these two
Yeah, me
birds down
too.
here.
But at first I thought it was like just big dust.
Yeah. So the subject wasn't quite clear to us.
But I love the colors.
If you had a V of geese flying through, then that cloud would have been a great background. Or if you filled the frame with the cloud, then it would have been a little more clear. But yeah, beautiful colors on it.
Nice colors. A zipper.
A zipper.
Zipper. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's nice to see kind of an everyday subject. How do you feel about the shallow depth of field? Do you like that the foreground and background are out of focus?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
It focuses you.
And we're not losing any detail. It's the same pattern.
Yeah, it's very
repeated.
repetitious.
And it's also one of those things that clues you in that it's a macro picture.
Yeah,
that
it's
a
cool.
close-up picture. Yeah,
Very cool.
So I like that. Nicely done. And they could have made it square, where the zipper is just horizontal or vertical, but they put a nice tilt on it.
Yeah,
which is smart.
it's a nice
that makes
composition.
it a much more interesting composition.
There we are.
So give people a few more minutes.
Let's see what the peanut gallery is saying. I like when they're funny, but I guess they're quiet tonight. They must be jet lagged too.
I'll tell you what, Chelsea, you look at the comments. I'm going to ramble on about something for a little bit. I want to say that while we were traveling in Europe, I was taking B-roll for our new travel show. And so I was taking a lot of like 5 to 10 second clips of things that I would normally take a still photo of. And I kind of think that this is the future of photography. I think we have a bunch of technology that needs to fall into place. I think we need to get more bandwidth, and I think we'll need cameras with better stabilization systems and more storage place. But if you've seen the Harry Potter movies, they have like little pictures that just have a little bit of motion to them. And I think in 5 years, when you browse your Facebook page, half the pictures in there won't be still, but there'll be little video clips. That's just my prediction. Just gear up for that. I think it'll get easier for people to do. It won't be the stupid GIF format, which is incredibly inefficient, but it'll be something that's compressed a little bit smarter. Anyway, something to think about. What did you find any cool comments, Chelsea?
Yeah.
Would you care to read any cool comments?
Oh, Tony has a bad hair day.
Quite often.
That's it.
Great. You guys are really letting us down with the comments today.
Man.
Okay, well, let's take a look at their guesses. We'll go ahead and just call it the...
I just have sort of a tally, like a going tally of everyone's guesses.
Oh, okay.
So when you were going to announce it, I could try to sort it out, or, because there's like 50 more guesses, so.
Should we wait to announce it next week, or are we going to try to do this now?
Or you can wait till next week.
No, we're going to reward people who are paying attention.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Wow. A lot of these are unbelievably close. I can't believe you guys got so accurate. Wade Bishop
think they're
says
stupid?
1 million, and he's right. It was 1 million.
Wade, you won all of the cheese.
Wade did not even provide a unit.
No, you did. Look.
Dayton said 666.
Oh, but Wade came back with 2 million.
2 million. All right, multiple guesses. I'm afraid we have to disqualify you. The winner, tell me if I'm wrong, Dustin, the winner seems to be Benjamin Wilson. We had multiple people guess 230 gigabytes, but Benjamin Wilson seems to be the first person in at 230.
It was 230? Okay.
That's just you probably looked at it more. The correct answer was 235 gigabytes.
Excuse me.
So very, very close. And I don't know what the hell we're going to do with all this data. Like, it's getting to be real difficult to
I
manage
can't
this
even
stuff.
load my pictures onto my computer because I don't have enough space. I took so many pictures.
All three of us here are constantly out of space.
I'm just deleting, uninstalling stuff from my computer, DreamWorks, to try to make room.
I have more than 20 terabytes of disk space on my computer. And today I had to go back and clean stuff up, trying to clear up some disk space just to unload these stupid files. And all that has to be backed up somewhere else too. So you always need twice as much space, and that's just my computer. Let's look at Jagger's Pata, his portfolio. His or her portfolio, because I'm not familiar with the name Jaggers. Oh, let's do this again. Oh,
I think it's a
I'm
Jagger.
good at typing stuff.
Jaggers.
Jagger's Pata. First, let's find out if
Pada.
Jaggers hasn't completed his or her.
I think it's a soft J. It's Jaggers.
Jaggers.
Jaggers Para.
Okay. Those two pictures are the
I
same.
think it's exactly the same. Why would you do this to us? Those are pretty.
Yeah, so far all these pictures are great. So you have India here with just one picture. I would say go ahead and just combine all these into one category.
Well, these are cool.
But I think all these pictures are very cool. I like them all.
I like your style. You have a pretty distinct style.
Yeah, I love all these three pictures. I mean, they're all just stark on a clean background, but they're all very nice. One tip here with the macro photos, you almost always have to clean up little bits of dust and stuff.
Yeah.
And especially because the style you're going for here is stark. And clean. That's going to be a challenge. Everything you find out when you do micro photography, everything is dirty.
Not
Just
good.
dirty and gross. This picture, I think, I just love that. Good eye. That's nice too. I like that picture a lot. It kind of conveys travel. Oh, all right. Oh, I see. He's just got three pictures on the front here. Oh, okay. So on the home page, he has kind of a narrative here
Cool.
with three best pictures from each different location. Contact page, you got to fill that out.
Fill it.
Oh, I see. I think, yeah, he's embedded Instagram into his Squarespace. That's a really nice portrait.
Oh, this one's
I love that.
awesome.
Yeah, these need to go into your
That one's-
portfolio.
I think that's his best picture.
The long exposure?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. You need to put that front and center.
Yeah,
That's a brilliant
that's
shot.
a stunning shot.
Yeah.
And it's the clocks that make it
Yes,
for me.
it's the clocks.
Just because you're talking about the element of time and then you're showing the movement
Yes,
of time.
yes, it's amazing.
I think that's brilliant.
It is
And
brilliant.
Why did they put so many clocks in that one spot? Either way,
We'll never know.
just a great eye. Great composition there too. That's my favorite shot of yours.
Where's this?
That's a colorful place.
So many cute people. All right.
Your shop is empty, you get a free shop with Squarespace. All right, well, I don't know how to pronounce his or her name, but they set up their portfolio at Squarespace. You can go to squarespace.com/Tony and get 14 days absolutely free, no credit card required. Make all your pictures look absolutely stunning, and a layout requires no technical skills whatsoever.
None.
And then if you
You have
decide...
to be able to read.
yeah, I
It's
guess.
a challenge.
Being able to read and use a pointing
mouse.
device of some
You
kind.
need to use a mouse.
Yeah,
I'm
there are
just
other
saying, I
options.
think you're oversimplifying. Reading is pretty cool. I'm really tired. I'm sorry. You go.
Anyway,
over here.
go to squarespace.com/Tony, and if you decide to sign up after your 14-day free trial, use the coupon code PHOTOLIVE. It'll help us out, and it will get you 10% off. I know nobody wants to hear advertisements, but it's hear advertisements or not see the show, because Squarespace sponsors us. They let us do this. Thank you so much for doing that, Squarespace.
Yeah, thank you, Squarespace. And thank you, Mom.
Oh, the person who won. We're delirious today. But you
Yeah.
should contact us in some way.
Yeah, well, email Tony at tony@northrop.org with the subject, I'm a winner. And then give us your address and stuff, and I will send you cheese. Actually, I'll send you the DVD because you don't want cheese. And that's it. Is that it?
We have 5 minutes left. Before we go on looking into the portfolio, is there anything else you want to say?
No, we're gonna look at another one in 5 minutes.
Unless you have any other Yeah.
Let's just read. Wait, let's just read the comments real quick. Maybe people are being cool.
Okay. We'll look at the comments. Justin, did you have any comments prepared?
Justin, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. Thank you for asking. A guy, Michael, on Facebook messaged me and has a wide open question for you.
Not Michael.
I don't know if you can. I don't even know if you have an answer for this because it seems pretty open-ended to me. But he wanted to know what your favorite picture is.
One of me?
Oh, the favorite picture that I've taken, I guess.
No, just in general.
He didn't specify. I don't think. It could be yours or like a photographer you admire.
Oh, is it? You admire me?
It's one of Chelsea's self-portraits. Because it's taken by Chelsea, of Chelsea. In fact, it's her looking into a mirror.
Infinite Chelsea?
And you see, there's two mirrors in front and behind.
That was a perfect answer. That's also my favorite picture.
Well, what's your favorite picture of all time in the whole world, Chelsea?
The picture of me taking a picture of me taking a picture.
Uh-huh.
That's it. Simple.
Gosh, I don't know. There's so many images popped to mind right away. One of the first things I think of is David LaChapelle's picture of Michael Jackson. I think is absolutely stunning. For some reason, everybody knows this picture, that National Geographic picture of the Afghani girl in a tent where he like opened up the tent and her pupils were dilated and she was just like surprised. It's a famous picture, but there's a great story behind it too. And I don't know, so many just historic pictures that mark history, like the man in I can't remember the name of the square, but who stopped the tanks by standing in front of him. Justin will know the name of the square. No?
I'm sorry. I was looking.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
In China, it was like Tiananmen Square. Yeah.
We just had that like 2 or 3 days ago was the anniversary of that.
Oh, no way. Tony, you're so
That's actually why
timely.
it popped into my head.
Yeah.
So have you come up with your favorite picture of all time yet?
I can't.
Chelsea is exhausted today. So am I. Yeah, it's like 1 o'clock on our bodies now. I see a couple of questions in here. C. Murphy Life. I was looking at the 300mm f4 prime, but I wonder if a 100 to 400 would be better. I don't know how much image quality used with a 2x teleconverter. I don't really recommend the 100 to 400 to anybody. If you're looking for wildlife stuff, I would point you to the 400mm prime. I don't know. 300 f4, it's a good lens. I like the extra reach of the 400 f5.6. So I would definitely go prime. Again, it kind of depends how you're using it, unless you need to zoom. Like if you're doing sports, go for 70 to 200 f2.8. Get the like
Zoom.
Sigma or Tamron, and then throw a teleconverter on it. Don't put a teleconverter at all on the 100 to 400. It works terribly, and your images don't show any extra detail just because it's not a very sharp lens.
Ooh.
Can you give me advice on what focus mode to use on a Nikon G1 for shooting fast-moving objects like dogs? I have trouble focusing on fast-moving objects. The answer is not going to be a satisfactory one in that your camera just won't focus well on fast-moving subjects. Just won't do it.
How could you say that to them?
There are a few mirrorless cameras that do a passable job.
Yeah.
We found the XT1, which is much more expensive than the J1, it's about $1,600, is the best for tracking moving subjects in the mirrorless world. But overall, the cheapest DSLR will do a far better job. So I know it's not as small, but you can get yourself a D3300 if you're in the Nikon world, and it will use that center autofocusing point and 3D tracking mode. It will do so much better than your J1.
I wasn't paying attention.
Woo! Okay, sorry, all these comments are coming in right now.
Something about hockey. Everything tastes better with cheese on it. I'm gonna field this one, Tony. That's absolutely right. Everything does taste better with cheese on it. Thank you. Thanks.
So somebody asked how they can submit a portfolio or for review. Go to sdp.io/link, and we're out of time for today, but next week we'll get to it. Oh, and I wanted to mention we're going to be.
Someone said Chelsea's. That made me laugh. Sorry. Sorry.
I'm so spaced out today. Oh, go to sdp.io/link if you want to submit a picture or portfolio. We're out of time for today, but we will start the show with some submissions from today because we just didn't have time to get to everybody's. So you can tune in next time, which is going to be on a Thursday.
We're changing it.
Yeah, we're changing schedule for the summer.
Because we're wild.
Because it just works better for us. So we'll see you Thursday at 5, but stay tuned on our Facebook page or the SB Readers group, and we'll let you know, and be sure to subscribe. You probably already are.
Subscribe.
And thanks again to Squarespace for sponsoring our show. If you want an awesome looking portfolio, go to squarespace.com/Tony. And after your free trial, if you want to sign up, use the coupon code PHOTOLIVE. Lets them know that people are hearing about them through us, and it helps keep the show going because we need all the help we can get.
Yeah.
It's expensive to do this.
If you wanna be a cool photographer, you would go to Squarespace.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.
Bye.